Let's go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 5 of Shenanigans. Last episode did great. It's our best episode yet. Definitely our most watched. Everyone loved it. We got some new listeners in. It's good to see. Thank you, everybody, for watching, listening, giving me feedback, everything. But, let's get right into it for this episode.
What did you want to start with? You didn't want to talk about anything this week? Because I wanted to talk about something real fast. Dude, this week, just today, I thought I was about to lose my damn job, bro. I hit something. I hit something like an important machine with another machine, and this another dude last week did the same exact thing, but today they did an incident report, and I thought they were about to get me in this whole process. I had to go and write everything down, dude. I thought I was about to lose my job, but they were like, "Nah, bro, we're not even about to test you or nothing. Like, you're good." I'm so paranoid at this place because it feels like it's too good to be true almost, but it's so stressful thinking something's gonna come out of nowhere.
I'd be fucking scared if I ran into something too.
Right, like these big machines. But yeah, I just wanted to say that it was something stupid. We can go ahead and move on.
Alright, so we came up with the idea, since we don't really have much for this week for real. We came up with the idea of doing something fun that would probably take up most of the time. But we are doing an all-time retired NFL team, and we're going to be doing it snake draft style. So basically, I have a wheel with our names on it. Whoever the wheel lands on gets the first pick, and then it goes, the other person gets the next two, then the next two, then the next two. It just keeps switching out. So let's get it started. I have the wheel right here with our names. It got so close, but it landed on you.
Yes. Okay, first pick, right off the bat, taking Lawrence Taylor.
Fuck!
Ha!
Damn it! That was one of my picks.
That is my number one, Lawrence Taylor, and he's listed at linebacker. So he's one of my two linebackers, but he's a fucking beast.
Yeah, you were totally right to pick him first. I was totally thinking of picking him. I didn't know you'd go defense first. That's wow. I'm not going defense first. I'm taking Tom Brady.
Ah, okay.
Just off the bat, just to get it off. I'll take the GOAT,
All right.
you could argue there's more talented quarterbacks, but in a winning situation, when I need to win, I want him.
Fairly fair. And you got the next one as well. So who do you have backing up Brady? You going defense, or you going to get him some talent?
I really think I might get him some talent. I think I'm about to pair him up with his old buddy Randy Moss. Might be a reach, but I'm taking Randy Moss at 2.
I gotta take him off my little board here. He's gonna be fairly annoying. So, how many receivers are you taking? Just so
I'm taking 2.
You're taking 2. Okay, cool. So you got Tom Brady and Randy Moss. All right. I got Lawrence Taylor. So let's see. I'm looking at my board here. I'm thinking about going back-to-back offense next as well. I'm gonna go with my quarterback as well, but I'm not going Brady. I'm going with a weapon that never reached his potential, really. I'm going with prime Mike Vick. I need him on my team. I need him with that running and that throwing, like both the original quarterback type. Cam Newton, Lamar, that whole prototype. He was the original, I'd say, unless you count, I guess.
Andy Reid made him be able to throw, though.
Whatever. And then to back him up, I'm taking Rob Gronkowski.
Okay.
So I got Mike Vick and Gronk.
I gotta take Gronk off my board, but I'm not gonna lie, he was not my first tight end choice anyways.
He's a beast. I just think he the ability and the prime. We're taking these players in their primes, so with the ability and just injuries turned off, I'm taking Gronk.
All right. I'm gonna go some defense here, and I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna take Alan Page. Fucking getting right up there with my defensive tackle. One of the
All
best
right.
defensive tackles of all time.
You're way much more of a historian than I am, so he wasn't on my board. I'm not gonna lie to
I kind of figured that, so I'm glad I got him.
you.
And then I'm gonna have a tackle. I'm gonna pick a tackle pretty early too. I'm gonna take Anthony Munoz. One of the
He was the
best,
Bengal.
probably the best tackle ever, honestly.
Wasn't he the Bengal?
Yes.
Yeah. So I kind of went with like players like that. I didn't want to pick anyone whose name I didn't know, sort of, because I didn't want to just go. I Google a lot for some of these positions, and I didn't want to totally just fake my way through every part. So, you got you got a tackle and a D tackle. All right. So up next, should I go defense again, or should I solidify my offense here? I'm not so worried about my offensive line because it's not going to be as good as yours. So I'm thinking with my next two picks, I'm going to go Megatron and Adrian Peterson.
Megatron and Adrian Peterson. They were both on my board too.
Yep, I got to get them in there. Just like I'm trying to get Vic all the big targets to throw to.
Damn.
I'm gonna get the
I was
speedy
trying to
back
get.
in there with
I
him.
feel like Brady and Megatron would be nasty, so that's kind of very sad.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of want. That's why I told you my strategy pre-draft is going to be steal all the guys off Caleb's board before I can overcomplicate it myself, and he gets this great team.
It's all right. So, was that your two picks, or do you have another pick?
Yes. No, that was my two in a row there.
All
I
right.
definitely got to go defense next.
All right. So, I'm getting Brady another receiver here since you just took one of my receivers. I already have him a deep threat in Randy Moss, the second best wide receiver of all time, in my opinion. I'm going to get him the best wide receiver of all time, Jerry Rice.
All right.
Look
He
at
was
how
on my
look at
board.
how good he did with Montana. I imagine how much better he would be with Brady. Honestly, I mean, no disrespect to Montana, he's one of the greatest, but look at. I just think Brady's the GOAT. So I mean, he'd probably do better with Jerry Rice, to be honest. I don't know though. Him and Joe were a duo.
That's on paper that's the best receiver combination ever.
Yeah,
Jerry
you got your route runner, and then you got your athletic dude.
Mhm. I'm just you still got one more, but I'm just getting rid of people off my board here.
I know, I'm looking. And since I went wide receiver here, I'm going to go defense. I'm going to go ahead and get Michael Strahan on my edge.
He was on my board. That's a good pick. We'll see. He set the sack record, right?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good pick. I'm not memorizing your picks all the way through this, by the way. Like I'm adjusting my board and writing my team down and everything. So I mean, I'm listening. We're gonna review it at the end again here, but that's a good pick for you right there. I got two in a row. Here we go. Bars. I need some secondary. I think. No, I think I know what I'll do here. I'm gonna get my other linebacker real quick. I'm gonna go Luke Kuechly.
Ooh, he wasn't even on my board, so that's all right.
I got Lawrence Taylor,
but that is a good pick.
He's right up on the line. Luke Kuechly's going to be a little bit more back out there with the secondary, being a field general and everything. I like that combination a lot, actually. I had Ray Lewis up there, but I have Lawrence Taylor. I don't think I need both.
All right.
And then after that, I don't have any D-line yet, did I? At D tackle, I'm gonna go Deacon Jones.
Ooh, that's good. That's pretty decent.
Big Ram guy. said would have probably had more sacks than Michael Strahan if they had been recording it while he was playing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely gonna need some secondary here in a bit.
All right, I'm going straight up defense back to back. I'm taking my two inside linebackers. I'm running one of those four linebacker defenses. So I'm gonna be taking Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher back to back.
Not gonna lie, I don't know
Building
who
a
Urlacher is.
what? I am building a nasty defense. You don't know who Urlacher is? Do your research. He's nasty.
I will. Hold up, I'll Google him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to disappoint you, bro. Brian Urlacher. I didn't even spell it right. Oh my god. He's a bear. Okay, he's one of the old bears. Sorry I wasn't alive.
You were alive.
No, he's alive. I'm not too loud. Okay, call me casual. Damn, I'm a new fan. But them, okay. Appreciate that. Two linebackers in a row. All right, I definitely need some secondary. Should I go corner or safety? I'm repping a 3 safety set because I definitely believe in my safety selections here. I think I'll go safety and corner back to back. I'm gonna go Ed Reed and Darrell Revis.
Ooh, Darrell Revis was on my board.
Yeah, I need
And
Ed
so
Reed
was
up
Ed
there.
Reed. Damn. That sucks.
Big name guy right here. Revis Island. I mean, I don't know.
Damn. Alright.
Don't underestimate me, bro.
I'll go
I
I'll
know my
go
stuff a little bit.
I'll go safety here. I'm gonna take Brian Dawkins.
I gotta take him off my board.
There's a whole debate between him and Palomalu, but I'm taking Dawkins on this one, even as a Cowboys fan. Let me see. And I'm gonna get Brady I'm gonna get Brady some more O-line. I'm gonna get him a guard. I'm gonna get him Will Shields.
All right, don't know that guy either, but hell yeah. His name is Shields. He must block well.
Oh, he's one of the best.
I believe you. I'm not gonna lie to you. My O line is not gonna be as
He's
good
an old
as yours.
Chiefs tackle. Or no, he's a guard.
I'm not as focused on offensive line for me, but here, you don't have any more picks left, do you?
Nope.
Yet? Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm gonna go defense and then offense here for this pick. On my edge, I'm gonna go J.J. Watt, and then on offense, I'm gonna get a second receiver. I'm gonna go Larry Fitzgerald. Good old Larry.
He was on
reliable.
my board.
I know. I told you. I'm stealing your
pick?
board. Larry Fitzgerald and J.J. Watt.
J.J. Watt was on my board too. It's okay though.
I knew what I was doing.
It's all right, man. He was lower on my board. I got some other edge I want.
All right, you're up next.
Who I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take Bruce Smith. Sorry, Reggie White, and sorry, Julius Peppers, but I'm taking Bruce Smith at the other side of my edge with Michael Strahan. That's a nasty edge, and I got Alan Page at nose tackle. That's just disgusting. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll pick an outside linebacker. I'm gonna pick James Harrison.
All righty. James Harrison.
Bruce Smith and James Harrison.
You picked up. You really just picked a lot of names I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hey man.
But that's because you're a historian, bro. I keep up with the news.
I know my football.
You do. It definitely shows my new age fandom. You know, I just be keeping track of the now. But
I mean that's respectable. I just personally like history, so it's easy for me to get into that.
I like real life history. I don't know what it is about sports history. Like even UFC.
I mean, I like real life history. That's why I like sports history so much. I don't know why.
Even like UFC history is not that fun to me, but.
Oh man, I like watching old UFC.
Some spots I need to fill. I think I've got a pretty balanced team here. So let's see what's another some more stuff. I'll probably take the best lineman I have. The only one I feel like you'll take off the board. I'll take Joe Thomas.
Oh, damn, he was on mine.
Yeah, good, because he's probably the best lineman I have on there that I know the name. Um, but yeah, I'll put him at left, I guess, because it's more important.
It's alright. I have a better one. You're gonna feel stupid for this.
But I got one more pick, so
Oh, you might pick him, but I don't think you will.
I'm not taking another tackle.
Alright.
Uh, I'm gonna go with Warren Sapp. Get my D line set.
Alright. I was gonna take Warren Sepp originally, but I took Alan Page instead. But that's really good. He was my number 2.
Yeah.
Alright, for my tackle, I'm gonna choose Orlando Pace, one of the best linemen ever for the Rams.
Heck yeah.
And then for my next pick, I'm gonna go ahead and I'll take my other linebacker. I'm gonna take DeMarcus Ware, Cowboy.
Oh, I totally forgot about him.
One of my guys, underrated. Love him.
Some more O-line probably. But honestly, I don't think you're going to take any of my guys, so I feel like I'll get those later. I'm going to go with another safety here. I'm going to go with Cam Chancellor, big guy. Smacking. He's going to be like my Ray Lewis up at the top, though. He's going to hit people just like Ray would. But
I like Cam. I'm from the hometown.
Cam Chancellor. I think. Did you take both your edges?
I did take both my edges. I have Michael Strahan and Bruce Smith.
Oh, then I'm good. I don't even need to take this guy. So I'm going to go Cam Chancellor and Troy Polamalu back to back. That's going to be my 3 safety core there. Ed Reed, Troy Polamalu, and Cam Chancellor.
All right.
Good luck.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'll go running back here. I'm going to get Barry Sanders. What a weapon for Brady. What a weapon. What a weapon.
Is that your first running back?
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead here and I'll get him a tight end. I'm going to get him who I think the greatest tight end of all time is, Tony Gonzalez.
That's a good. I'm mad that I let Barry fall because I don't know if you could tell, but with the Vic system, with Vic and Peterson, I was kind of hoping to run the kind of a read option. You know, that would be my scheme there if I had to pick. So I mean, I'm all set on offense except for line, except my second running back. You took Barry.
I did.
So I'm going to go with somebody who can double as a fullback. I'm going to put Jerome Bettis back there.
Okay.
Big guy.
Okay. I thought you were going to take the guy who I was going to take.
You were going to take Eric Dickerson, weren't you?
No, I was not going to take him. He might not be on your board. He's really old, but he's really popular.
Oh, well. That was my whole board. So I'm putting Jerome Bettis up back there.
Okay.
You can give it to him. You can, if you do like a 2 backfield, you could do it. You could do like a run it with Vic or Peterson, and then you could maybe run it with Bettis. But Bettis could he's a big guy. He can block, or I'll make him block. And then at my second corner, I'm going Dion.
Dion, he was on my list. Damn, he was my number 1
I got Dion and Darrell.
It's all right. Shit. You know, I'm gonna take Darryl Green. Since you take secondary, I'm gonna take a corner. I'll take Darryl Green. Fast ass motherfucker, man. Chase motherfuckers down the field, catches them at insane speeds. I gotta send you some clips of that guy. He's crazy. He's Washington's old corner from the 90s.
Hell yeah, man. I like when you show me some film.
Oh, man. And then I'll go ahead with some more secondary. And I'll take my other safety. I'm going to go ahead here. And I'll just take Ronnie Lott. Pretty
Piece of shit Niner.
I'll take him. Good player.
I'll take him.
Good fucking player.
Yeah, I was just writing some other things down. Okay, I'm not going with for instance, an edge. I need edge and O line. That's really it. I'm gonna wrap up my edge. I'm gonna put Julius Peppers on the other side of JJ Watt,
That's good. That's a really good pick.
and I'm trying to think. I'm gonna get Jeff Saturday at center.
Jeff Saturday.
Yep, he's one of the only centers I knew I can think of.
He's a really good one.
There you go.
All right. So since you did that, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to take a center as well. I'm going to take Gene Upshaw, and then I'm gonna go ahead here, and I think I'm just gonna fill out my O line position. I'll take the other guard that I need. Well, Gene Upshaw was a guard. I'll take a center.
All right.
Ooh, it's tough. I think I'm gonna go Jim Otto. He's just an old name that I know.
All right. I think I saw a picture of him. He's a white dude.
Jim Otto.
I would have put it. He was gonna be on my board. I'm pretty much set. I think. I got all my positions really filled out except O line, and I know I'm not gonna have a better O line than you, so I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna fill out my special teams here. I'm gonna go with the first pick that might piss you off. I'm gonna go with Marquette King.
Oh, damn
My
you!
punter.
I love
Your favorite
him.
guy.
My
I'm
favorite
gonna
punter.
take him off. I'm gonna take him away from you. And then I'm gonna go.
He counts
Mark
because he was
Mosley.
retired from NFL, not football, but he's retired from NFL, so it counts.
Seen him play. I count it. And I'm gonna go for my kicker. I'm gonna go with Mark Mosley, the one that won MVP, best kicker ever, as far as I care.
Damn, he wasn't on my list, but all right.
I figured he wouldn't be, but I'm memeing it. Yeah, he went Barry first, right?
Yep. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my other corner here. Who am I gonna choose? I got a couple here on the board, but I'm gonna take the former Wolverine, Charles Woodson.
I knew it.
Well, he's not even really. He's not a former Wolverine. He still is a Wolverine. He's a former Raider and a former Packer.
I thought about putting him at safety and taking him just to fuck with you.
Once you're a Wolverine, you're always a Wolverine. He still got that degree. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill out my offense. I'm going to take Jim Brown. I don't know if you're thinking of him.
Oh, yeah, I didn't put Jim Brown on there.
He was
Didn't
pretty
he
much...
line up at fullback?
Yeah, but it was pretty much a fullback, but he's the one who pretty much... He ran the ball pretty much. He got the touchdowns. So, I mean, you could run him as the second running back. You run him as your power back, honestly. Your goal line
I
back.
formation. That's I formation all day.
Barry Sanders, your main back, and then you got Jim Brown, who can block, and then he can also, Jim Brown, who can also be your goal line back. He could just rack up touchdowns.
If you just have like a regular, if you just have a regular I formation with Jim Brown right in front and then Barry behind them, and you just do that, and you just hand it off to them equally, they're not gonna know which you're gonna hand it to, and they can both have fresh legs. They're both that's good. That's a great combo. I actually love that.
Hell yeah.
Okay. All I have left are my offensive line.
All I have left is kicker and punter. That's easy.
Okay. So this next, I'm gonna go with both my guards in a row, and for no reason at all, I just looked these guys up. I was like, oh, those guys look great. So at left guard, I'm gonna have Larry Little, and at right guard, I'm gonna have Dick
Right
Stanfill.
Dick.
At right guard, I'm gonna have Dick Stanfill.
Right Dick.
So I'm gonna have a Little on the left and Dick on the right.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I just have my tackle left on the right, so you can go ahead.
All right. For my kicker, I'm gonna take Sebastian Janikowski, and my punter, I'm gonna take Shane Leckler.
I don't know either of those guys. But to finish off my team, I'm going to take Andrew Whitworth
Arguably
at
the
right
best
tackle.
at their positions.
Well, I love you for knowing that. I'm taking Andrew Whitworth because he's a former Ram and I could put him at right tackle. He's retired. You can go. You want to run through yours first, or do you want me to go through mine?
I think we should go through it head to head. Like, who's your quarterback?
Michael Vick.
Michael Vick. Mine's Tom Brady.
That's okay. Do you want to do it like points, like whose group wins, and we could add them up like that?
Kinda, yeah. Like, who has the better
Do you have?
overall
Can you write
positional
down?
team? I can do that.
Can
Yeah.
you tally that? Okay, go ahead. I'll give you Tom Brady.
All right, Tom Brady, and then your running back core. Who are your running backs?
Adrian Peterson and Jerome Bettis.
Versus Barry Sanders and Jim Brown.
I give you that as well, I guess.
All right, wide receivers. Mine are Randy Moss and Jerry Rice.
I'd take Megatron and Larry, but you have the more accomplished ones, I guess. I'd take mine though. I don't know.
You know what, tight end? Even though I argue all day for Tony Gonzalez being the GOAT tight end, I'll give you tight end since you got Gronk.
So are we 2-2?
Whatever.
2-2, or
We're 3-1 since you gave me
Oh,
the
you
first
took-
three.
I didn't give you the receivers. I debated
Oh.
mine, but okay.
Oh, I don't know. I just think that's a perfect combo for Brady to throw to.
Yeah, you kind of went. You kind of got some good combos. I get okay. 3-1. I'll take Gronk. Fuck it.
All right. Let's see the tackle. I got Anthony Munoz and Orlando Pace.
Joe Thomas and Andrew Whitworth.
Yeah, I got mine.
Okay, you're gonna win the fucking O line.
Guards, Will Shields and Gene Upshaw.
I got Little and Dick.
Little and Dick. I take Will Shields and Gene Upshaw.
What are you, like 5-1? Fuck you.
Yes, center Jim Otto. Your center is who?
Bro. Jeff Saturday.
Jeff Saturday. Honestly, I'll
The
give
best-
you that, man. Jim Otto is old as fuck.
Remember that time he beat the Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
That was funny.
I'll give you Saturday. Jim Otto's pretty fucking old.
I don't even think I have a chance to come back, but
5-2.
okay. What next?
DT.
What's your D tackle? I had Deacon Jones and Warren Sapp.
I have Alan Page. You can win there. You have two of them. But I went more
Okay.
linebacker anyways.
I think my linebackers are better. But
Then the D end. Well, choose your edge rushers. Mine are Michael Strahan and Bruce Smith.
mine are Peppers and J.J. Watt.
You could argue that's a tough one.
J.J. is like he was almost an MVP.
That's true, but Bruce Smith is like top 3 edge rusher all time. He has 200 sacks. He's the second most sacks all time.
I like mine more. I think they're bigger guys. Like J.J. Watt and Julius Peppers are just like physically bigger. We should be doing it like.
That's very tough.
Could my line? I don't know. I guess both our D lines could beat both our O lines.
Oh man, I don't know. I'll give it to you just cause. Even though I think
Okay, well,
mine are
linebackers,
better,
I win.
more accomplished
I gotta
players.
Linebackers. I got Lawrence Taylor.
That's your middle linebacker.
Luke Kuechly's my middle linebacker, and Lawrence will be like. I guess both of them will be there. I don't know. I told
yeah,
you I don't
he's
know
an
how my defense is.
No, LT's a outside linebacker. I don't know why I thought that, but I mean, I got 2 middle linebackers though. I got Ray Lewis and Brian Urlacher.
I got a D line like hell, I guess, but he's a linebacker still. So
I'm still taking mine because I have 2. Because I gave you the one where you had 2 to my 1.
Okay, I got what is left? Even corner. I win corner. I got Darrell Reeves.
Well, I mean, there's outside linebacker. You have Lawrence Taylor.
I didn't do. I told you I did it just linebackers. I didn't do outside or middle or. I think I get why you did that. We should just write it down and be like, have someone vote. We should do like a poll.
Well, that's fine. The linebackers, 6-4.
Fuck you.
All right, corners.
Darrell Revis and Deion Sanders.
I got Darrell Green and Charles Woodson. I'll give you that.
Um,
So it's 6-5. Who's your
I
strong
guess.
safety?
I mean, I guess my strong safety would be Troy Polamalu. I have Cam Chancellor, Troy Polamalu, and Ed Reed as safeties.
I'm giving you the safeties then. You have more safeties. I only have 2 safeties. Even though they're great safeties all time, like I'll give it to you. So it's 6-6 now. It's coming up. It's coming to our kicker and our punter. My kicker,
Yeah,
Sebastian Janikowski.
was he the Patriots one?
No, he was the Raiders. Steven Gostkowski is the Patriots one.
When I was Googling my kickers, I saw a name that was hard to say, so I thought
Steven
that's what that was.
Gostkowski.
I don't know.
That's
But I
that's
had
the
Mark
Patriots
Mosley.
kicker.
He won an MVP, bro. We were talking about an MVP versus not an MVP. Come on.
I don't know, man. I'm taking Sebastian Janikowski, man.
I'm taking the hardware, brother. The trophy. What do you mean?
I mean the guy who can like kick way farther and kick better. Because I don't know if you know, but kickers have gotten better as a whole.
Of them have won an MVP though.
Yeah, but that was fucking bullshit.
How many MVPs do I got on my team though? You got a couple. I got Lawrence Taylor and that guy.
You know that kicker MVP was bullshit.
Oh, and Adrian Peterson. I have 3 MVPs.
You do. You have Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor is my linebacker, and with Kuechly. And what's left? Marquette King is my punter.
Dude, Mark Mosley can't hit a 50-plus fucking field goal to save his life.
He was an MVP.
I'm looking at his stats right now. One year, he didn't really kick from 50-plus that much, but one year he kicked 11 times, and he made 3 of them from 50-plus. He fucking sucks. He sucks as a range kicker. I mean, he might be accurate, but my guy is a range kicker, and he's accurate.
He would be Brett Maher today.
I'll give it to you, whatever. You take the 7-6 lead just because he's the MVP, even though Sebastian Janikowski is way better.
How do I take a lead?
And then punter, I took Shane Leckler, and you took Marquette King. Marquette King probably could have been the GOAT punter, but I think I took the GOAT punter, so I don't know. That's tough.
We can tie.
I accept a tie at 7-7.
That's what I'm saying. We should just like put our thing on Instagram and like
take the tie and have motherfuckers vote.
Yeah, take a poll. See whose team is better to people.
Y'all vote on the team. We'll post it and you will vote on the teams.
But you got to pretend that my team is like the 49ers offense. Like Vic, Adrian Peterson, Jerome Bettis. You know what I mean? That kind of like.
I feel like my offense is better than yours.
I feel like in achievements it is, but like
I feel like just in the fact that I have the better line means that Brady gets so much time to throw to Tony Gonzalez, Jerry Rice, and Randy Moss.
Bro, look, but how many you have? 5 offensive
and he has
linemen,
Barry
right?
Sanders and Jim Brown.
5 offensive linemen, and I guess Jim Brown as a blocker if you want or whatever. I have Lawrence Taylor, Deacon Jones, Warren Sapp, fucking J.J. Watt, Julius Peppers. That's 5 guys. And then if I send Troy Polamalu at you at the same time.
Man, it's like the fucking...
I can blitz Troy at you and have Revis and Dion cover your guys for 2 seconds.
Man,
but let's compare your defense to my
immovable
offensive line,
force versus unstoppable force versus immovable object.
I kind of just went with the speed, like with Adrian Peterson and Vic. I like that sideways, like outside running game, because it's gonna end like the read option. Because I don't think my offensive line is gonna be beating your D line, but I think the scheme and those playmaking guys is just gonna be too much. Like Larry can get open with and like short yardage if Vic needs it and get yak. He goes far. And Megatron just like if Vic
Is
has the time to
fucking
aim it
like
at him,
six
it's
foot
automatic.
11 or some shit. He's like 6'5" or something, but still.
He's like automatic though if Vic had the time to throw to him. And like I like Bettis, man. Bettis is a blocker in there. I just like that for some reason. But my line's not gonna stand a chance for sure. Uh, Especially the guards. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's mine. We should make a ball.
against against my defense.
That was a little bit shorter than I thought it would be. Up next, I wanted to highlight some upcoming free agents in the off season here. I have a list of names. Just wanted to see what we thought about them. Starting with Derrick Henry, man. I don't know. Chargers would be cool. I like the idea of them going all in really fast.
I think they could go for him. I kind of just did like more of like a top 2 or top 3 teams for these guys, pretty much.
I mean, that's cool. I'm just going off
So
my head with the names.
I'm going with Derrick Henry. So you listed Derrick Henry. I think his top 3. Well, I don't know his personal top 3, but I think the top 3 landing spots for him would probably be the Ravens, the Chargers, and the Eagles. I feel like those would be good landing spots.
I don't like him in a read option offense like with the Ravens or the Eagles. I don't think he's that kind of guy. I think he's like
I mean,
you line him up in the back and you
I
let him run.
feel that, but Derrick Henry is very versatile.
Maybe I don't know. I guess it's just been I haven't seen him out of shotgun really. That's what they kind of did with Tajay Spears.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Chargers would probably be the best fit there.
I just like they need a running back. Eckler's not it. Derrick Henry in there. You draft Brock Bowers. Maybe you have a really crazy offense. You know what I'm saying? You got a crazy tight end potentially. You got a great running back. That could be like the best offense in the league if they don't just charger it up, which it would then fall on Jim Harbaugh if they chargered it up. So that would be really funny.
I don't think they charger it up with Jim Harbaugh.
Yep. Bolt up. No, okay. Well, I like him as a Charger. That sounds cool. Or a Ram. For some reason we did that. I would love to see that.
He might be a cowboy.
Or
Who
Cowboy.
knows?
He could be a Cowboy. That's a fair. I was saying he was gonna go wherever Mike Vrabel went, but basically that's nowhere.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking retire.
He's not waiting a year for Vrabel. That would be dumb.
Yeah, it would. I'm kidding.
I would, yeah. Derrick Henry Chargers, that'd be cool. But next up, we have Mike Evans. He's coming up on the free agency list. That's crazy to me.
I see a lot of Panthers talk from him for some reason.
No.
Like what the hell?
No.
Contender. I don't want that either.
Contender. Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
like he needs to go on a contender. I could see him going to the Jets with Rodgers.
I was gonna say the same thing, and then in my mind, I'm like, can Rodgers stay healthy, and can he just not waste a year on the Jets there? If that happened.
Oh man, that's
what I mean?
Would it be just a waste? I don't know. Maybe the Vikings might try and pair him up with Justin Jefferson. Who knows?
When I think of like receivers,
and they have another young wide receiver too. I forgot his name. I'm sorry, but yeah, they have another young wide receiver too. And Mike Evans, he's 30. He has a couple of years left in the tank. He can that could be a deadly wide receiver core, man. And he could teach those young guys a lot, even though they already know a lot. And they're already good. Like that would be deadly. I think the Vikings should totally try to get Mike Evans if they can, if they have the cap for it.
I always think Buffalo with the when it comes to big trades for receivers like this, if they're gonna keep Diggs, put another guy that's like an immediate veteran next to him. They're another team that I feel like
and if they get rid of, dude, I'm sorry.
I mean, I think when I say a lot of teams should make a push, they need to start doing not as dramatic as the Rams did, trading 2 firsts and doing that fucking 3 times, whatever. But they need to trade some picks, trade some players. They need to get a Mike Evans. They need to get their offense is all right in my opinion, but they need to go and get another defensive star. Trade Tre'Davious White, isn't it? They need to go all in. So if they could have Mike Evans or Stephon Diggs, that'd be a great combo. I like Evans to Buffalo.
That would be good too if they really wanted to try and go all in, all in. I don't know, man. It looks like Buffalo's Super Bowl window is just getting tighter and tighter and tighter. It's like it's just closing more and more and more.
It is, which is why they need to like make a move, which was their Von Miller thing, but that that
Yeah,
went
that
terrible.
didn't work out, man. All their linebackers are dead in the water. Um, Let me see. Kirk Cousins. Here was something I was gonna say. Like, what if Kirk Cousins? He could go back to the Vikings, but I doubt it. Like, what if
I don't like that.
Like, I don't like that. Like, what if the Vikings just get rid of him? Like I said, sign Mike Evans, and then you got a crazy wide receiver duo, or not duo. You got a trio. You got a crazy wide receiver core, and then you could draft someone like J.J. McCarthy. Boom. Fun, fun, fun. All right, but Kirk Cousins. I think Seahawks is a good pick, man.
Ew. I
Dude,
mean, that I like the fit in
like he
football.
fit.
I like
I
the fit,
think he
but
fits there, man. Like you got Jackson Smith and Jigba going into his second year, so he's a slot receiver, and then you got
I like.
two dudes who are physical and can like really go deep, like DK and Lockett. Like, come on, dude. Those are good targets for Kirk Cousins, one of the most underrated quarterbacks. He very accurate, man, and he has the stats. He puts up the stats. It might not translate to wins, but who knows, man. I think he fits on the Seahawks.
I like the Vikings, and I can root for Kirk while he's there. I don't, I don't hate the Seahawks like the Niners or anything, but I don't want to not be able to root for Kirk. You know, so I'd like to see him as a Falcon, honestly.
I
'Cause
could
I just
see
feel like he
that
would
was
be
my
the perfect,
second thought.
not the running offense that they want to have, but I like, unless they can wait to get a guy in the draft, I like him being there to really just try and throw to those skill guys and maximize it. He's an actual quarterback. He can fucking aim. Desmond Ritter, he can run around and stuff and make those plays. Like they want to be able to have a guy who can run, but and oh, the Steelers is another one I've heard. That would be interesting, but I think Russell Wilson would be cooler there. That is someone who I didn't write down actually, but Russell Wilson to the Steelers could be another cool one.
Mm. I don't know if they pick him up, but that would be interesting.
I don't know where Kirk
Russell
really.
Wilson to the Browns.
Oh, what? That's nasty, bro. Why would they take on two of the worst contracts? I wonder. I don't know how contracts work totally, but if you cut Russ from the team, he doesn't still have the contract, does he? But they still got to pay him. I
I
don't know.
I don't really know how that works, honestly.
I don't know. Kirk, I've just been hearing a lot of Falcons or Steelers. I don't really know which I'd rather him go to, but the Falcons I feel like would be nice. I don't know why, but moving
Saquon
on.
Barkley. I've heard a lot of
Saquon,
Cowboys talk. Heard a lot of Cowboys talk.
yeah, I don't like that. That's weird. You talk so much shit about him, and then I
I
wouldn't want him
don't like him.
coming.
I don't really fucking want him.
I know you're looking at the same list, but I may have added some more people since I sent it. I'm not sure. So
That's
as
cool.
we're going along, if we miss one, I'll go back to it. But fucking Saquon, I love him. Make him a Raven. Make him a Raven. They need a real
He could work
superstar
there.
running back.
I could see that. I could see him going there
Perfect.
too. He could go to the Eagles as well, man.
I don't want him there.
I don't really care where he goes as long as it's not my team. I don't really want him.
I don't want him. I don't want the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles could get a guy like Achan in the draft or something like that. Like they could find somebody. I don't know how they haven't. They've stuck with. They really must love Boston Scott and like Kenneth Gainwell. Those must be their dudes.
Boston Scott, all reliable
Yeah,
against the
him.
Giants.
But the Saquon, I would love him in the Ravens offense. Like that read option, he can catch, and he's explosive, man. He's like Brees Hall, but a little older. I think Brees is more impressive, but he's light. They're similar. Up next, I have Chase Young on here.
Chase, I don't even know. Apparently, he has attitude problems, so he should go to the Raiders.
That I think he'll be a free agent, and I don't think he'll get re-signed by the Niners. So,
I think he has a chance to if he gets it the fuck together somehow.
I wonder, like, does his value drop here? Do you think he'll go to a good team or a bad team, or
I don't know where he
it's
goes
really
on.
weird? Like
I don't know. I haven't heard anything. I
in my
really don't
mind,
know. Like, what if nobody wants him? What if at the end of free agency he's just still there? I doubt it,
in my mind,
but just
for some
imagine.
reason, I have Titans in my brain for some reason.
Oh,
I don't know
that
why.
is such a Titans thing to do.
I don't know why he's in my brain, but I
Titans
have the
thing. That's
Titans
a
in my brain.
Browns signing too.
Yeah, yeah. Sign Chase Young with Miles Garrett. I don't know. Titans in my brain. They should trade Jeffrey Simmons, and if they traded Jeffrey Simmons and started with Chase Young over or something, gave him like a mini contract. I don't know. Chase Young is kind of like he kind of reminds me of like Jadeveon Clowney a little bit right now. I don't know
So
why.
he's a Texan.
Maybe their hair. I'm stupid. No, Texans don't need him. Yeah, Will Anderson. But up next, I don't know if it's on the list or not there, but my boy Jacoby Brissett will be a free agent. I love that guy. If we don't resign Carson Wentz, I'd love him as our backup. If there's a team that is gonna have like a quarterback injured in preseason or something, or
Jets.
they need Jets. That's fucked up. If they, but yeah, if there's any team that's gonna need a guy, just to start right away or anything,
That
don't
is
go for
fucked up.
Josh Dobbs. Get this man Jacoby Brissett in there. He can play. He's great, and I'm so mad right now. I can't remember the stat. He has like the lowest interception ratio like ever or something like that for a certain amount of throws or something like that. Hold on.
Man, he's all right, but I remember watching him on the Colts. I don't know. Maybe that was just a. I don't know, man. That's a very Falcons thing to me. Maybe.
Jacoby. I would
Yeah,
love that.
as
That's
a
so much better than
starter.
the fucking. That's so much better as Desmond. Better than
Jacoby
Desmond.
it would be better than Desmond, but who knows? Maybe the Falcons wouldn't do that. I
If
don't
they,
know, but
if
that'd
the
be fucking
Steelers,
crazy. What if they're not gonna draft a quarterback or sign one? They're just gonna sign Jacoby Brissett for like a year or something and wait.
Raheem Morris is stupid, so he might do that. Maybe like if any team that has a problem with a quarterback that really like the Jets with Zach Wilson should have got Jacoby. The Steelers with Kenny Pickett should have got Jacoby. The Falcons with Ritter totally should have got Jacoby.
Jacoby to the Steelers.
I mean,
I don't know. They probably might. They probably they got quarterbacks, man. They got Kenny and Mason Rudolph and Jacoby Brissett, man. They're all like this. They're all like the same person.
I think Trubisky is going to be a free agent, and it would probably be Rudolph and Kenny Pickett if I'm being realistic.
If the Steelers got Jacoby Brissett, it'd be 3 fucking mid quarterbacks in that room.
If I were the Steelers, I would like get rid of all of them except Kenny and then draft a guy like Bo Nix or something stupid just to see.
Bo Nix, aka Kenny Pickett Jr.
Yeah, there you go. But I don't know where you send Jacoby, but I love that man. He's great. I'm gonna probably next week. I'll go back to what we forgot, and I will find this impressive stat with Jacoby because I came unprepared today. But he has like a all-time some sort of interception stat that is impressive just because of how many starts and attempts he's had and stuff like that. But next up is Josh Allen, the edge rusher. He's listed as a free agent. I didn't think he was going to be one, but it says he will be, and that's a big one. I would love him as a Ram. I mean, I would love a lot of the big free agents guys. We don't need him.
I
but
think
actually,
the Jags should do everything in their power to re-sign him.
that's fair. But if that doesn't happen, we do not need Michael Hoyt's fat white ass at the edge. So let's go get Josh Allen.
Y'all could go after him. I don't know. Maybe that's a Giants thing. Maybe that's a
Seahawks. Maybe Seahawks do it, even though I don't want
Lions.
to see that. Lions with Josh Allen and Aiden Hutchinson. I know you didn't watch the Pro Bowl. We'll get to that in a bit. But Josh Allen and Aiden Hutchinson competed head-to-head against each other in one part of one of the segments.
Maybe the Bills could make an actual splash for a linebacker instead of getting a 40-year-old Von Miller. Get a young Josh Allen.
Yeah, get Josh Allen on the other side of Josh Allen at practice.
Josh Allen versus Josh Allen.
That's like
Josh Allen and Josh Allen on the same team. I mean, hey man, the Bills be having linebacker problems, so I mean that would totally fit.
maybe I wonder. I don't know how old Josh Allen is exactly, but maybe some team that's like starting to rebuild goes and gives him like a monster deal to be their franchise linebacker, edge rusher guy. Like, well, I guess the Panthers have what's his face,
Burns.
Brian Burns, but I think they're gonna trade Burns or he's gonna go or something. I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
he's
He
sticking
might.
around.
Is
I don't,
is Brian Burns
if
a
I
free
think the
agent?
Panthers are gonna no, but I think he has one more year or something. I think they didn't pay him, and he was supposed to get paid, and so he's probably gonna leave or they're gonna trade him or something. But because we made a move for him 2 years ago or
Oh
like the
yeah,
last
I've heard
season.
about swaps for Diggs for fucking Burns, dude.
Uh, like Brian Burns for Trayvon Diggs, or
Yes.
you mean
No, Stephon.
Stephon? Oh, that's a yeah. Do that. What? Do that. That's a great idea. I like that trade actually.
You like that trade? I don't know, man.
But you give the fucking Panthers some picks, obviously.
I was about to say, man, Brian Burns is a young guy. I don't know if
No,
I'd give
you
him a
give them
young
picks.
guy for an older guy like that.
I like that. I like that level of receiver for Bryce Young. But we've stuck on Josh Allen here for a minute. Let's move on. Austin Eckler, he's interesting. He didn't have a great year. I
Harbaugh
like the
talked
guy.
about him some. I think Harbaugh said he likes him. So they
Oh
might be
man,
looking to re-sign him, but I kind of doubt that. I think Harbaugh might try and go with his own little thing. He might try and get Derrick Henry. He might try and draft his own running back, Blake Corum.
they were already phasing him out and using Josh Kelly when Eckler was healthy. So I don't think they respect him there because he was he was holding out last year for a
Yeah,
deal in training camp and then he didn't get it and he came back and they stopped using him as much and then he wasn't as good. Now he
that's true.
I
I
don't I
don't know.
just think he muddied his reputation there probably.
Eckler is a Steeler. You are a Steeler. I'm kidding. They got two
Why?
running
Yeah,
backs already.
free backfield.
I
I
know.
like that pick.
I'm just
Put
kidding.
Najee,
I'm
put
kidding. I'm
Najee
just
behind
saying
Kenny.
that's totally a Steelers type running back though.
But look, I'm going to drop you up a shenanigan play with that offense because there's Arthur Smith there calling plays now. So you're going to have Kenny Pickett under center, Najee behind him like he's Derrick Henry, and then you're going to have Eckler kind of like to the right, and then you're going to have Jalen Warren to the left, and you're going to fucking play action to Najee, and then you're gonna toss it up to Eckler. He's going to toss it backwards to
Leave
Jalen
Arthur Smith
Warren,
alone.
and then Jalen Warren is going to throw it downfield to Darnell Washington for a 60-yard touchdown.
Leave Arthur Smith alone. He
I'm
don't.
just thinking
He's a good coordinator.
I hope he can make Najee into Derek too, but I doubt it.
Man, he's a
Any
good
more thoughts on
coordinator.
Eckler?
Not really. He could be a Raven.
Yeah, right. That might maybe if he wakes back up. Up next is Hollywood Brown.
He doesn't
Call me
seem to
crazy,
fucking
maybe
fit anywhere, does he?
maybe he goes back to the Ravens. Okay, I don't know. They need.
Uh,
I don't know. Maybe. But that was the first thing that popped in my brain. 1 year deal with the Ravens.
Oh
Try it
no,
again.
I could see him going to y'all. That'd
He could be
funny.
a Panther.
He could be a
Hollywood
Panther.
Brown. He could be a Panther. Yeah.
Yeah, he could be a
He could
Panther.
be a Panther.
He could be a Bronco.
I might be wrong. I think Rashid Shaheed's a free agent soon. So maybe he could be a Saint or something. Yeah, I don't know.
I really don't know where Hollywood Brown's gonna go. T. Higgins, I hear a
Hollywood
lot of
Brown.
Jags talk.
Jags, fuck T. Higgins. He's the one that did the Jalen Ramsey thing. I hope he gets cut from the league.
Damn.
No. Maybe a Cardinal. You get T. Higgins in there and you get Marvin Harrison, and then suddenly you got some crazy weapons for Kyler.
What if the Bengals re-sign him?
I don't want the Bengals to re-sign him. I want it to just be Joe and Jamar, and then you really fucking test out, see how good Joe Burrow is when he has to throw to fucking Braxton Berrios.
I mean, I hear the Bengals are looking to sign a tight end, so they could be getting Hunter Henry or some shit. Mike Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki would be such a Bengal. They would use him though too. They're like the fucking Dolphins did not, unfortunately. And then he wasted a year in the Patriots.
Oh
I
yeah,
like
they
Mike.
would totally use him, dude. Look at how much they use C.J. Uzama.
I like C.J. Ozama. Respect him. Uh, but T Higgins. I mean, Jags or Cardinals makes the most sense. I added Josh Uche up here.
Josh
Patriot. He's listed as a free
Uche.
agent. He's a decent linebacker. Um,
He's a Michigan Wolverine.
oh my god. Uh, Uche. I mean, who needs an edge? I mean, like Seahawks, Falcons, uh, the Commanders now again need edge because
I
they
could.
they
All
stole
of
their
those
old
are
D line.
possibilities. I could see that.
Giants. No, Giants don't need it. It'll be fine.
Bills.
Bills. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, that's kind of
Broncos.
an
Look, like
AFC
Broncos
East
have D
thing. They
line.
kind of just switch teams sometimes. So he might be a Dolphin or a Bill. Who knows?
Real quick question. Uh, even, whether they win the Super Bowl or not, what the fuck should who should the Chiefs target in free agency? Like an established receiver? Should they try to draft somebody again?
I don't even know, man. They
Could
might be
Hollywood
tied.
Brown
They
or
might
T
be tied
Higgins be
up
a
in
Chief?
cap right now.
You think T Higgins or Hollywood Brown could be a Chief?
Maybe
Huh.
that would fit. Hollywood Brown probably love it on the Chiefs.
Hollywood sounds like a Kadarius Toney type signing.
No,
Uh,
bro, he's not Kadarius Toney.
he was known for drops.
Yeah, but Hollywood Brown is better than Kadarius Toney.
Okay. Moving on. Speaking of Chiefs, I only have two more listed here. Willie Gay is listed as a free agent. I like him. He's a good linebacker. I don't think we really need another linebacker. We have Ernest Jones.
Bills need
That could be like
linebackers.
I could see that. Yeah. I could see Willie Gay getting like a Tremaine Edmonds type. Is it Tremaine Edmonds on the Bears? I always get mixed up.
Willie Gay, you are a Brown.
You know who I'm talking about? Is it Tremaine Edmonds that went to the Bears from the Bills, or
Dude,
am I tripping?
I don't know. There's 3 Edmonds brothers in the NFL,
That's why
and
I'm
they all
tripping. I
start
forgot.
with the letter T, and I don't know which
Well, the
one's
one that
which.
was on the Bills that went to the
I mean,
Bears.
I know which one is which, but I don't know their names. I just know they're all T Edmonds.
Well, either way, I could see him getting that Edmund brother type deal, 5 years, like fucking however many million it was. And the last one up here was Chris Jones. He held out in the beginning of the year, and then they just extended him for this year with more incentives. So at the end of the year, he's a free agent again.
He might not
And
stay. He might not stay.
I don't. Why would he stay if he gets 2 rings in a row and then he can get a deal? I
Yeah,
wouldn't. I wouldn't stay. I would leave
same
my
with Willie
bag.
Gay, man. Like that defense
Yeah,
might be leaving,
yeah. I mean,
especially
that's
because
the problem, isn't it?
they have a crazy big Patrick Mahomes contract. I don't know, 15 years or something.
He is never leaving unless he says "fuck the Chiefs."
I fuck the
uh,
Chiefs. I want to go to Detroit.
Dude, did you see that dumbass reporter that asked Patrick Mahomes to do his best Kermit the Frog impression?
Yeah, and then
Oh my
Mahomes was like,
god,
"I'm
I'm
doing it."
talking, bro. I'm speaking right now. Yeah, that was so lame. Like if I got a chance to ask Mahomes a question, I'd be like,
I'd
how
ask,
you struck that thing, Cuzzo? What are they saying,
that's what you'd
basketball?
ask. Like
What
that's
are
a
they
better
asking
question.
basketball? How you struck that thing like that, Cuzzo? What is
Man, that's an old thing, man. That's like
I hate that when people say broken really stroke. I hate when people say that about NBA.
yeah, that's more of an older thing.
No, bro. I listen to podcasts and they say it like almost to probably piss people off.
That's why they do it. That's why they do it. It's majority like an older thing that people say, and now the newer generation is like, oh, why you say that? Like
That's
kind of
probably
like some
probably
regular so shit. Like, oh,
that's probably a lame meme I just said now, but like I don't know. I heard that meme for like a year straight. Stroke that thing, Cuzzo.
no, that's still funny. I don't give a shit.
All right. Well, do you have any more thoughts on any free agents coming up?
Not really, man.
Well, I wanted to get
We're
to
gonna
my
re-sign
little thing.
Stephon Gilmore, so I don't really care where he goes because he's just going back to Dallas.
Maybe. Uh, I don't. I was wrong about the deal. He was your last year with him. Last episode, I said you had another one, but it's expiring.
Yeah, I realize that.
Um. So, moving on to something Kayla doesn't give a shit about, but I just wanted to go by briefly.
Oh
I watched the
yes.
Pro Bowl.
I
I
didn't.
watched it. Yeah, he's lame.
Why
But
the fuck would I watch the Pro Bowl, man? You know what I did instead? I watched those old school quarterback challenges, which y'all need to bring back.
well, we'll start. I'm gonna start there with the first thing I watched, the precision passing, you know, battle, and it was so dumb. So Tua and Jalen Hurts did the fucking worst, which is hilarious. Baker admitted to distracting Tua in the event, which is hilarious. He saw Tua like look over, like what? Are you doing? But Tua, he didn't do very well anyway. Uh,
That's
but
good to
Baker,
know.
it was
Now linebackers are just gonna fucking be yelling at him all year next year, and he'll be looking all around, and the Dolphins are gonna suck.
yeah. He just said wait, 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 and then I guess he did. So, but the finals were Baker and C.J. Stroud, and Baker won because C.J. Stroud didn't go for like the smart play, and he went for the deep ball. But so go Baker, most accurate quarterback in the league as far as I'm concerned. And then in the fucking dodgeball game, CD Lamb had a couple eliminations, but I wanted to shout out Derek motherfucking Henry, dude. He was fucking throwing those things like it looked like a missile coming off him, and he wasn't in any pads or anything. So you just see this like tall ass monster of a dude. He looks like a tight end, man. Like if he was a little better at jumping and running around, he would be the best tight end ever. I didn't write this one down, but I'm going to shout it out anyway because you might not care. But Brian Anger, Brian Anger, he got in the golfing game. They were just smacking it across like a range with one shot to see how close they could get it to the hole in one. And he got 2.2 feet away from the hole, which was the closest out of anybody. And the next closest was Jake Ferguson, which is farther. I didn't write that down because it was second. But
Dude, my
so
punter,
go. Your punter can,
my
yeah.
punter can fucking he can punt it accurate. He can golf accurate. He's the goat.
Best punter in the league and best that's quite a translation of skill. If you can place the ball with a stick and your foot like that, that's pretty cool.
That is
Um,
honestly really cool because that means you could place a tiny ball wherever the fuck you want with your hands and your arms, and then you could fucking put a big ass fucking football wherever you want with your foot.
and the last thing I want to mention with the Pro Bowl was Puka absolutely just annihilating David and Njoku over the weekend. So starting off, they had Puka versus David and Njoku for the best catch. Puka was on a fucking like paddleboard or something, not paddleboard,
You're
but
going
like
to
a
jet ski.
wakeboard. It was a wakeboard. But he was attached to a jet ski. Yeah, he was on a board, and then the quarterback threw it at him, and he caught it while he was wakeboard, and he caught it on his second attempt. The ramp or anything, but he was still on the water, and it looked cool, and he's Hawaiian, and it was dope. But
That one I did see.
the David Njoku catch was he tried to do a backflip off of like a zip line into a pool and catch it while he was falling, and he didn't catch it.
That would have
So
been cool if he did.
hey, it would have been, but he didn't. So default win for Puka. Okay, anyway, but Puka's Pro Bowl MVP is I mean, it was actually Baker who got Pro Bowl MVP, but Puka's getting all the awards that really matter. He's probably gonna get snubbed on the big one, but okay, I guess. Oh, that's why I wasn't gonna go to class tomorrow because I was gonna miss the awards, so I don't really need to watch.
You don't really need to watch the awards show. It's not that fucking interesting.
Yeah, I don't need to see Lamar get his MVP, but oh goodness. Next up is I'm gonna let you take the lead here, Caleb. I gotta load up my page and everything.
All
Next
right.
up, we wanted to go over the NBA All-Star lineup and just share some of our thoughts about that and everyone involved.
Yes, we really did. And I just gotta say something, man. I know Scotty Barnes is in as injury replacement, but he should have made it over Julius Randle. That's bullshit. Why is Julius Randle in there? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, Julius Randle. What the fuck? And then you got the captain of the East team, Giannis Antetokounmpo, captain of the West, LeBron James. Kind of like how it's been the last 5 billion years. It's either LeBron versus Steph LeBron versus Giannis, some shit, man. That's how it's been. But now they aren't doing a draft anymore. They're going back to the old school style of East versus West, which I actually like now. But I liked when they changed it to the draft because at the time the West was just so dominant. They had pretty much all the All Stars. They were just dominating, man. There was one year where they scored like 200 points in the All Star game. It was crazy. Um, like Yeah, so it was needed, but now I do think it is a little bit more balanced to where you can now do an East versus West. It sucks that Joel Embiid is out. Um, Tyrese Halliburton making I am ugh, Tyrese Halliburton making an All Star game as a starter. I think that's much deserved. He's had a really good season. He had a really good rookie year too. His career so far has been good. It's been nothing but improvements, and it's really nice to see. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I don't really care too much about the Pacers. I don't really watch them all that much, but I know he's been going off this season. Much deserved. Damian Lillard, despite I guess his little down year, he's still a starter. Yeah, it's not really too down, man. I mean, I guess he's shooting a little worse, but he's still Dame. Tatum
Giannis had
always
a
gonna
start.
make it. Paolo
Giannis had a
making his
start.
first All-Star game, by the way.
Hell yeah, he's not a starter unfortunately, but Paulo is him. I
Hey
mean,
man,
he's.
there's more
Could you be
All-Stars
an
for
All
him to
Star as a
come.
rookie? Can you be an All Star as a rookie?
There's
Because
no
he
rule
wasn't.
against it, but there has not been since I think Shaquille O'Neal, and that was 1992, so it's been over 30 years.
Another Magic.
You are right, that is an
I
Orlando Magic.
love that guy. I mean, I love
Yeah,
the
man,
Magic.
even
I
LeBron and
love
Carmelo
basketball.
Anthony didn't make it as rookie.
I mean, because Shaq is better than LeBron. What can I say? Like what?
That's
I mean,
wild.
you can't. If they fought,
Man, I kind of don't know, kind of confused why Trey Young is a reserve, honestly. Trey Young has had one of his better years. He's had one of his best years so far this year. I'm really liking what Trey Young is doing. I don't know why he's so low. Why is he down there? Tyrese Maxey making one. Jaylen Brown making one. Jalen Brunson is much deserved. The West starters look normal to me.
SGA looks like someone to me. I can't put my finger on it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Man, you got the Western starters. Luka, of course, I already said LeBron was the captain. Of course, like he's always gonna be. Jokic, my guy, who never really shows out in the All-Star game, but he never really does bad. But he don't really show out like that in the All-Star game. So I don't expect him to do much for real, like not get for real so many points and whatnot. He might get some rebounds, probably get a lot of assists. And you got KD, you got Shea up there who's having a hell of a year. Improvement from last year, which is crazy because he had a monster year last year too. Yeah, I was totally right about him. I wish I said this on a podcast so I could bring it back up or something. But years ago, I was telling one of my friends, not Jordan, but I was saying I think Shea has superstar potential, and he said no way. He said he thought that Shea was going to be an all-star, but he thought he wasn't going to be no superstar. And now look at him now. I always bring that up to him, and he's going to be mad hearing this, but I don't care. Shea is that guy, and I was right about him. He's second in MVP odds right now. I hope he does not take over Jokic just because Jokic is my guy and the Denver Nuggets are my team. But Shea, if you win it, so be it. As long as we win that ring, just like last year when Embiid won that MVP that Jokic should have got. But it's okay. Jokic got the one that matters, the Finals MVP.
I've never seen an All Star game. I'm not gonna lie, but just something about imagining Jokic playing with LeBron James, Luka, and Kevin Durant all in like the same court is just it feels weird to me. I can't imagine that, like him passing it to Luka.
Oh
I don't know
yeah,
why I feel
he's
like he
pretty
wouldn't play
much
that
just
game.
gonna be playing his passing game. That's what he's done like the last 6, 7 All-Star games he's been in.
Yeah, I don't imagine him like playing crazy or trying. It's crazy to me to think of him even showing up there. as far like to me, he's like the Aaron Rodgers of NBA, just like not like dramatic. Like in the fact that he just hates. He seems like he hates his job most of the time, and he just has to be there. I mean, not Rodgers. Rodgers doesn't hate his job, but like he's always angry and shit. But he's like
I
back-to-back
don't
MVP, and he's just that kind of like insane player.
I
But
don't
he's a
know
bit
about
fucking
that, but
weird.
Aaron Rodgers is weird and more serious, and he'll say shit like, "Yeah, the Jets have a problem we have a problem with our team's organization structure and shit like that." Jokic would never say that. Jokic is usually a he's usually a smiley guy. He's usually funny. I mean, he might not like basketball as much as other things, but I think he cares about more about basketball than people say he does.
He just like he's so strange to me. Like he doesn't ever seem like he wants to be at the press conference or anything or
No one
talk
ever
about
wants to be at a
basketball.
press conference.
Do you think LeBron James would talk to Jokic about horses, like just to try and
I
get along
don't
with him?
know.
Because
Maybe.
you know LeBron, like he be faking everything to try and get along with
Yeah,
people.
yeah. I
How do
used
you,
to race horses.
I, yeah. I actually knew that horse that you owned before you had him.
Yeah, man. He won a couple races. I knew that.
LeCap is the funniest thing ever.
I was actually at your race before you were in the NBA.
I actually raised that horse you rode. He's funny, man. LeBron is funny, but I like the NBA is such comedy to me. Like I can't even imagine all these guys interacting with each other,
The
except
NBA is
Durant
very
and LeBron, I
dramatic.
guess.
Aaron Rodgers, I don't know what you mean about him not being dramatic. He brings drama like all the time, like especially
No,
near
I
the
mean
end of his time in Green Bay.
no. He's dramatic. I meant Jokic isn't dramatic. That's the thing
Oh,
that's not similar. They're not.
oh, I
Jokic
got you.
isn't dramatic. Like
I
he's
was
not
about to
making
say Jokic is
contract
the
deals or
opposite of dramatic
yeah, he's not trying to get traded or get a big contract, but like he's
because
weird
he
and
already
he's
has a
like
big
back to back
contract.
MVP. Doesn't even seem like he wants to be there most of the time.
Oh, he definitely does. He's getting a $270 million like 5 year deal we set him up with a couple years ago.
What's the stat? Real quick, I'm looking at the lineup here. Anthony Davis is a reserve for the West.
Uh huh.
I saw a stat that was like he has played the most games in the last year and a half or so, out of everybody in the league. Even after, especially after like the last couple of years where everyone
Oh
was
yeah,
saying he's made of glass.
no one's saying that anymore. Nah. I mean,
Good for him.
I think sometimes players just have a period of time where they just deal with injury, man. I mean, I can't say anything. Well, actually, I can. Look at CMC in the NFL. I mean, he had those 2 years where he was out after like the first 5, 6, 7 games or so. But after those 2 years, he's kind of just been hulking his way through everything.
Yeah, I mean, I think he probably embellished his injuries a little bit in some of those Panthers years that were lost. He was like, "Man, my ankle really feels bad here in week 16. I don't really want to go back out there, bro. There's no point. We're not making a playoff."
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, but I wouldn't imagine that in the NBA.
I mean,
Like, I think
bigger
these
guys are
guys
gonna have
smoking.
more problems with injuries, but if you look
Oh,
like
dunking.
Anthony Davis and LeBron were both hurt during their championship run in 2020. As much as everybody calls that a Mickey Mouse ring, whatever you want to call it, they were both still hurting. I'm pretty sure was that the one that LeBron had a broken hand for or something, or was that the one he lost against Golden State? I forget which
I
one.
think he said he had a broken hand. I think he said he had a broken hand in that finals, the
Something
one
like
that he
that. And I
won in
know
the
Anthony
bubble.
Davis was having problems and shit. They
Another
have
shout out though,
they
like
both kind of have injury problems. They just play through it when it matters most. Like when it's in the playoffs, they'll play through it. They don't care. They'll play at their fullest extent. Even though we swept them.
speaking of injuries and injury prone people, shout out Kawhi making the reserves as well, along with Paul George.
Oh
You know,
yeah,
Kawhi's got the
shout out them
injury
for
history.
actually more Kawhi. Shout out Kawhi for playing for real this year. Like he's been playing a lot more than I expected him to.
Yeah, I just mentioned
To be
Paul
fair, I
George
think the league's been trying to crack down on load management, so that makes sense. He doesn't get
I
to
just
load
mentioned
manage
Paul
as much.
George. I just mentioned George because he's a fellow Clipper, and shout out them, that whole team. They're like, I think they're still the first seed, right?
Are they? Were they ever the first seed?
As of now,
I thought
I just saw
OKC
that
was
today.
I thought OKC was the first seed. What the hell? Did they overtake them?
I saw I saw today
Yes,
scrolling
they
through
are.
Instagram,
What
I
the
thought they
hell?
were the first two.
They are.
I wasn't sure. I didn't follow up, but
They
yeah,
are the 1 seed.
good. I don't like OKC. I mean, I don't hate them,
That's
but I don't
weird.
like them. I don't like them because
That's
I want to be
just
the best
random
young
as
team.
hell. Kind of like how me hating Portland Trailblazers is random as hell.
I'll tell you who I don't like in the NBA, even though I don't really like watch that much. I don't like the Heat because they're like get out of Florida, motherfucker. But they always beat us. They're like our Niners as far as I'm concerned. I hate losing to them, and we
You know
always lose
what's
to them.
funny? I,
And the OKC because I want to be the youngest, like the best, youngest talented team in the league. You know, that's why I can like. I like that about the Magic, and then OKC just has like if Chet, they have fucking SGA, they got Josh Giddey.
it was kind of man. It was kind of known that they would be good though because look at what they traded Paul George and Russell Westbrook for. I know you haven't been watching NBA or paying attention that long, but they traded Paul George and Russell Westbrook and stuff like that, and they just got like the heap of picks for them both. So they got a shit ton of picks for the next few years that are going to be good from the Rockets and the Clippers. So
I be
it's
wondering about picks in the NBA sometimes. Like it's really it's really unpredictable if it's gonna work out. Like you got Jokic as a second rounder, but you got what's his name, DeAndre Ayton, first overall pick, and now everybody hates him pretty much, and he's not good. And he doesn't do much.
yeah, man. It is really weird. Like I remember Mo Bamba was supposed to be the shit, and he got picked number 6 overall, and
I go, oh,
I don't even know. Like I think he's
oh.
okay, but he's not nothing he was supposed to be.
Is he still a Laker?
I don't know where he's at. Where is Mo Bamba?
I know he went from us to the Lakers, but I don't know if
Mo Bamba, you are a 76er.
he's a 76er now.
Yep.
Damn, him and Joel Embiid, what a duo.
Mm.
Um, the before I was gonna ask you if there's any snubs, but I'll get into my only one before we go on. Bol was snubbed. We all know it. Like
Bol
just as
Bol.
talented as Wembanyama, just he's lazy. I'm sick of the disrespect. Any
Okay,
snubs on
Shaq.
your side?
Uh,
Any snubs?
I can't really think of many right now. I haven't really thought too much of the All Star list that much. I haven't really had much time to set in and sink in. I'm cool with it for real, except for I'm really kind of mad at this Julius Randle. Uh, like, why is Scotty Barnes an injury replacement? That should just be the norm. That should just be Scotty Barnes' spot.
I saw one thing that was like someone on the Kings was like fifth in
Oh
MVP
yes,
voting, but he
yes,
didn't make
yes,
it.
yes. That's crazy. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that there are no Kings on this list. There are no Kings on this list. No,
They've been lighting the beam. They've been lighting that motherfucker.
they've been lighting the beam, man. Ever
Oh
since
yeah.
last season, they've been good. They're 29-20. They're about 10
I got
games.
a question.
They're 10 games over 500. Well, 9 games, but still, that's about 10 games over 500. They're good enough. Not Dejounte Murray, De'Aaron Fox, or Domantas Sabonis. Either one of them deserve an All Star. Like honestly,
I have a question for you. This is opinion based. What's better? Play that song for the Magic or lighting the beam for the Kings? You know the song. You know the song.
I like the beam, man.
You like the beam more than the song?
Yeah, I thought it was funny. Thought it was funny because I thought it was only gonna get lit up like 4 times, but now it gets lit up a lot.
How annoying do you think it is for some people in LA?
In
Or
LA?
Sacramento. Not LA, not LA.
Oh, in Sacramento. I don't know.
I don't know why I was thinking LA.
I don't know. I don't think it's
California.
too much of a fucking. I don't think it's too much of a hassle for them. Just close your curtains and your blinds.
California is all one big place to me. It's all LA. It's all fucking California. All the same.
California is either the Bay Area, LA, or bumfuck nowhere. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be saying that, considering most of our listeners are from Cali.
Oh
Is
my
that
god.
is that true about y'all's state, by the way? I want to know.
I've said some not nice things. If all of our people are from Cali, we might not have like check the comments, but there might be some negative comments about some things I've said.
I don't really, man. It's whatever.
I'm just joking.
We just
Uh,
airing it out. It's just
Hell yeah, it's
jokes,
a bunch of Cali fans because they're all Rams lovers. We know. No,
man.
shout out Rams.
Ain't no one in Cali like the Rams. Even in LA, they like the Niners or the Raiders.
Oh, oh,
Yes,
don't
every
know.
every Niners Rams game is actually just the Niners home game.
This dude at work, I met. I asked him if he liked football, and he was like, because he said he was from Hollywood, and I was like, oh, he was like, oh yeah, yeah, and I was like, what team? He was like, oh, I like the Steelers, and I was like, oh, well, you're from Hollywood, and you like the Steelers, and he was like, oh yeah, I used to like the Rams, but they moved. I was like, oh, okay.
They did move from LA to St. Louis
Well,
and
guess
then
who's
back to
back with
LA.
a ring? Back with some hardware, biatch.
Well, I mean, LA's not really that much of a football town for real, and Cali has always loved the Niners or the Raiders, so I don't think y'all or the Chargers could ever overtake those fan bases.
I have no more thoughts on the All Star game. I know my commentary wasn't as like actual hardcore NBA as Caleb's, but we are about ready to move into the corner if you are.
I am. I don't really have much to talk about on my corner this week for
That's
real.
fine because we've been going a minute.
Yeah, we have been. Really, the only thing I have to talk about is just Dallas's coordinators and my betting picks for the Super Bowl because I got some new ones. But for real, I really hope we promote Al Harris or we get Mike Zimmer because Mike Zimmer is now in the talks. Like we're talking with him, we're interviewing him. It's him and Ron Rivera, or we're gonna hire someone from inside, whether that be Alex Durrett, the line coach, or Al Harris, the cornerback coach. I'm fine with Ron Rivera and I'm fine with Alex Durrett, but I would much rather have Mike Zimmer or just promote Al Harris. I really hope it's one of those two, and I really, really hope it's Mike Zimmer, man. I'm excited for Zimmer. Even though I don't think the Cowboys are gonna be shit, it's cool. I think the defense will be fine with Zimmer, and yeah, that was a little short because I'm going right into my bets here. I'm going surefire right here, rapid fire for my corner. And I gave y'all some bets last week. I got some more for this week. 2 last week, 2 this week for the Super Bowl. I have 4 picks, a 4-man parlay. Isaiah Pacheco to get more than 20.5 yards in his first 5 attempts. Travis Kelce more than 49.5 receiving yards. Christian McCaffrey more than half a touchdown, rushing or plus receiving. And then Mahomes and Brock Purdy less than 2 interceptions. Or, excuse me, less than 1.5, so they have to get less than 2. And then my other Super Bowl pick, Isaiah Pacheco more than 67.5 yards. Deebo Samuel more than 1 rushing or receiving touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling more than 1.5 reception. Kyle Juszczyk more than 4.5 rushing plus receiving yards. And that's it for my corner. Sorry it was so short. I didn't really have much to talk about this week. But I hope y'all tail those bets and I hope they hit for me and you.
Similar with his segment there. The weekly shenanigan coming up here to wrap it up will be different this week. This week it wasn't actually pro sports. This week it was me. This weekly shenanigan was me. I was participating in sports. I was sparring a friend of mine over the weekend. I was recording it, and something happened. It was, I'm just gonna we own the video, so I'm just gonna put the video up and let y'all see for yourselves. For YouTube watchers, I'm gonna let the clip play here, and then we're gonna edit it, and then blah blah blah. And so, wrapping up with the shenanigan, I was sparring a buddy of mine, and during the whole day there was these dogs running around, and during round 2 of our sparring, we went to go get geared up, and in the middle of the round, a dog comes in the ring and interrupts us. And I tried to wrestle him, tried to fight him, got away from me, too fast, too quick for me, and my buddy froze in fear from the other one barking at him. It was a devastating creature. It was probably a whole 9-pound Chihuahua on one end, and another one, an identical matching male Chihuahua, same size. Quite intimidating. Throws us in our tracks, but hopefully the video will be up there on YouTube. And it's just, you never expect to get interrupted by some little fucking weasels running around while you're punching your friend. Yeah, and I'm going back again this Saturday, so maybe it'll be a cat or something this time. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get that video on the YouTube. So anybody who watches YouTube, I'm obviously I'm the skinny guy. So anyone who hasn't seen me or wanted to take a look, I guess you can see my skinny self there for a minute. But yeah, that's the weekly shenanigan there. There's not much happened in football. Caleb didn't give me any good basketball ones, so I made my own. God damn it, you gotta put it in your own hands sometimes to make a shenanigan or two.
And then y'all could also send us some stuff in our DMs, whatever, our email. Y'all could send us some shenanigans of your own if you wanted to see one of your own shenanigans up here. Like it can be personal or it could be pro sports related.
And if it's good enough, maybe.
Yeah, we'll shout out who sent through the submission.
Yeah, if it's a really good personal one, sports related, maybe. But definitely recommend us some stuff. And that was my week. That was mine for the week. I'm excited for the Super Bowl. Hopefully there's some Super Bowl shenanigans. And then once that's up, we'll do a yearly shenanigan for the NFL, the best goofy moment of the year. Anyway, I'm all wrapped up for the week if you are.
Me too.
Hell yeah, I'm excited for next week's episode, and we'll see y'all after the Super Bowl. Definitely reach out, leave some comments, download, listen to tell your friends, listen to shenanigans, keep an eye out for goofiness. And Caleb, do you have anything to say?
I do. Fuck both the teams in the Super Bowl. Even though I clearly I don't want the Chiefs to win more than I don't want the Niners to win, just because I really don't like that whole dynasty thing, and I don't know why. It's just my brain, but I've stopped saying I want the Niners to win because it hurts it hurts to say that. It feels wrong in my brain. It feels wrong in my brain. So it's more like, it's not like I want the Niners to win. It's more like I want the Chiefs to lose. So if anyone asks me who I want to win, I just say I want the Chiefs to lose. Alright guys, and that pretty much wraps us up for this episode. Hope you all enjoyed the Super Bowl. Hope you all have enjoyed this episode. I can't wait. Like Jordan said, I really just can't wait to get back out there and next week and talk about the results of the Super Bowl. Like, I'm just excited. Then there'll probably be it'll just be way more action-packed next episode. This week there wasn't really much going on in sports, but next week there'll be a lot more. And thank you all for watching. Thank you all for tuning in, listening. Just thanks for everything. Yeah. Hope you all have a good week. Peace out.